Welcome everyone, to Real Talk with Lamin, the podcast where we share real stories and real experience and real conversation and that inspire and educate people around the world. They let you go to Mecca. I mean, like make me understand why do they let you go to Mecca, but they don't let other people to go out of the country. So how that happened on your case?
It was a miracle, Aki.
Okay.
You explain it to me then how I went. No one can explain it.
No, I
The
know.
parole officers and them couldn't even explain it. They didn't. They were shaking their heads. We don't even know how we did it.
And
It's history behind that because they had to get it signed by the governor. They had to get it signed by the lieutenant governor. They had to get it signed by a committee of other people. And if any
okay.
one of those people would have declined or descended on one of them, I would have never went. Everybody signed.
Okay. Then you went to Mecca with your friends. And what happened next in Mecca? When you arrive in Mecca, what do you do?
I had my ikram on and I was ready, got my hair shaved, and then we went
Yeah.
and did all the rituals, walked around the Kaaba, you know, circumvented around the Kaaba 7 times, did
Seven
the
times,
Eid
yeah.
in prayer, ran up and down Mara and Sarah, and then, we did all the rituals, and then when we went back to the hotel, I got
Yeah.
undressed, put some clothes on, and went right back out to Mecca. I just walked around it all day, all night, took pictures of
How
it.
was the feeling? How was the feeling like from prison and your friend Madi told you that you tell your friend that you dream about the blood thing and he narrated the story about it is Mecca and now you see yourself in Mecca. What was the feeling? What was the excitement? The day you step, you saw the Kaaba and you think about your dream. What was the excitement? The feelings?
Well, it's undescribable.
Yeah.
You're fighting with tears, with
Mm.
joy. Is this real? Let me pinch myself. You know, we 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 laid over in Frankfurt
Yeah.
and Germany. We laid over in Germany, right? So
Okay.
I'm in Germany, walking down in the airport in Germany on life parole, right? And I'm telling myself, this has got to be one of the most miraculous things ever happened for
In
not only
life.
me but for the history of humanity. This has never been done. Guys are going now, but they get off parole. They have to wait like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Mm.
It just depends on what the parole board says, how many years you got to stay on it. Now, that was even a miraculous event too. But when I was standing there in Mecca, I knew when I got back that there was nothing that I couldn't do. There was no mindset was going to interfere what I needed to do accomplish. If I had to work 2 jobs and go to school, I was going to do that because this was miraculous. I
Yeah.
remember what the brother told me when I was in prison that I didn't have a promise to get out of it. He
Yeah.
said the prophet said if you dream about it, you're going.
Yeah. But this is my opinion. I thought that your days in prison, the discipline and behavior, the peace, and the interaction with you and the inmate, I think that help you, that structure your case, and then maybe the officer now know that okay, Mr. Gregory case is very clean. He in prison he was calm. He's a peaceful man. He obeyed the law. He respect inmate. He respect the officers there. Could you think that to play a very important role to let you to go to Mecca when you are in Poro?
That could have played a role out, but what the role was, you got to understand is that the country that I'm going to, I don't have to come back.
So how long you didn't come back or
I did,
how
but I'm
long?
saying, you have countries who are considered as
Yeah.
non-extraditional countries, and
Okay.
Saudi Arabia is a non-extraditional country.
Yeah.
So that was a concern. If we let him go, he might not come back.
Come back. Okay. But do you promise them that you're gonna come back?
I'm here. I came back. I wasn't ever thinking about staying there. I had a family. I still had to pursue my education and all the things that I was supposed to do as a man and as a Muslim.
Yeah.
So the point is that the extraordinary event, the phenomena. See, Allah is only going to do certain things in your life, or whatever creator that you call creator, the impossible thing that you think is impossible in your life,
Mhm.
that's when God is going to show up to show you that He's there to help you get through the
Yeah.
impossibility. But you have to, like you said, believing in yourself.
Yeah.
Allah says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina alaykum anfusikum. Oh, you believe, guard your own soul. So if
Yeah.
someone is pumping your mind up, telling you with negativity that you're never going to be anything, and you listen to it and submit to it, that becomes your illah. That
Yeah.
becomes your God. That comes
Yeah.
a form of your thinking. When you
Yeah.
start thinking like that, that's how you're going to be. You're going to be negative. Oh, cold coffee. Oh, hard bread again, corn again, oh, lettuce again. We just go eat the same stuff over and over again. We become
Mhm.
ungrateful. Allah doesn't like people that are ungrateful. He doesn't
No.
like people that are complainers.
Yeah.
He likes people of action. Even in the Christianity, they say faith without works is dead. Be a
Yeah.
doer of the word. Doer of the
Yeah.
word is an action. We can believe anything we want to believe, but we have to have some a conscientious effort, meaning that we have to be aware of the difficulty.
Yeah.
And when we're aware of the difficulties, it gives us the opportunity to understand how the miracle came about.
Yeah. But then you write about a book, Prison to Maker. Your book is titled Prison to Maker. Why do you choose that title? And what does Maker symbol to you, like your personal journey? And what message do you have? What message do you have, like hope, reading, and take that from your book?
Well, see, Mecca represents humanity.
Yeah.
It's a universal understanding of why the Creator has created us differently.
Yeah.
Our differences are our strengths.
Yeah.
But due to the fact of our enemy, Iblis, the shaitan, he makes us believe that some of us are superior or inferior, and this is how we categorize ourselves. We
Yeah.
categorize ourselves according to what other people perceive us to be.
Yeah.
We don't see the essence of what Creator has made us as special. So we don't value ourselves, then we can't believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
So when you have been through these hardships and you made it out of it, you have a
Mhm.
historical and a biological understanding of how the Creator has fixed you, made you, and prepared your mind to be something better. Now,
Yeah.
don't think that it's always easy for me out here in the world. I do get thoughts of things doing. I do get lazy, and I don't want to get up and do salat.
Yeah.
I do sometimes get lazy. I don't want to pursue because I'm going out to see vice mayors. I'm dealing with different companies, establishing my business. I don't want to have to talk to people that I have never met before. I have to get out of my comfort zone. I have to do things that I ordinarily have to do. I go to work and then I go back to building my business and I have to stay up at night. I have to
Yeah.
make sacrifices.
Yeah.
So I tell people when they say, "Well, how do you do it?" I explained to them, I have a saying in my house. It says proper planning prevents poor performance. So if you're going to
Again,
go
again,
back,
can you say that again, Papa?
proper planning prevents poor performance.
Okay. Wow.
Proper planning, they call it the 5 Ps. It's in
Yeah.
what is the name? It's in a book called The Profession, The 7 Habits of Proficiency. It's a
Yeah.
book called that. I'll send you the title of the book.
Okay.
And so you learn about these things about cohesiveness of dealing with business people, business mind, business models. But what we need to understand is what happens when that business model happens. Are you going to be prepared for the opportunity? When this podcast came on, was I prepared for the opportunity? Am
Mm.
I conveying a message that is clear, that is heartfelt, where it can transform lives into the betterment once they look at their hardship and compare their hardships to see if those hardships is not really an obstacle at all?
Yeah.
And do they connect with complaining is connecting with the conscience and how God uh, responds to you? When you respond in a way that you're in a better position than some people, you might have get up and the coffee was cold. Nobody didn't have no water to drink today.
Yeah.
They didn't have no cold potatoes to eat. They don't have no refrigeration. They don't have no water. Somebody's worse off than you. So
Yeah.
Creator is giving you something to be able to be in a position. So he just gave me a cup of water today, and I wouldn't having 7 refrigerators in my house full of food. I still would be thankful just for the cup of water because
Mm.
I understand that being thankful for the cup of water, somebody don't have that.
Yeah,
So we
that's
got
true.
to understand that we are all, the mind is interconnected by what we perceive ourselves to be. We can be in squalid conditions. We can be in a state of poverty, but it doesn't mean that your mind is not rich. It
Yeah.
doesn't define your future. What defines your future is how you think and how you transfer those thoughts into reality and how those realities become into action. And then when you come into that transformation, you make a better community. You make a better government. You make a better family. You make a better society. You make a better economical structure.
Mm.
So when you think about yourself and you think, I can't do nothing, the government got everything, I can't do anything, you can. The way you think puts the imprint on the universe, makes the world better. Just by what you do, just the way you think makes the world better. And now
Yeah.
if you can't, even though this is such a minute, microscopic way of thinking, it has a profound effect on your thinking.
So so it means your story, I mean, 18 years in prison, and your whole entire life, the story is based on the book, right?
Hmm.
So the book is all about your story, your imprisonment, and your journey to Maker, and how you transform yourself. That's the story of the book.
Right.
But is there any challenges, when you were writing the book?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it took me 5 years to write.
5 years.
Because you remember, I was going to school working 2 jobs.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Your story is very, very inspired. I mean, I learn a lot, and I know many people will learn a lot, especially when you thought of what you said. Our mind, we put our mind into prison, believing that I cannot do this. I'm complaining about this. That state of mind, I think we have to remove that in our mind. And now one thing also, I always tell my kids too, like, you have this thing here. Do you know that how many kids are outside there? They don't have what you have right now. So be grateful. What you have is very, very important in life. Be grateful because there are people out there. They wish they can have what you get right now, but they cannot. And they are grateful what they have too. So that's why it's always important. I always tell my kids, be grateful what you have. Respect people who they are. It's very, very important in life.
Absolutely. Because this, the word, my second book, Social Cycle Economy.
Yeah.
Do you know the word economy comes from the word household?
Okay.
So it means that if the household is in disorder, your economy is in disorder.
Yeah.
So if you have a household and everything is just disarrayed, the clothes is thrown over here, plates are sitting in the kitchen sink, and it's just the conditions are not in order. This is a formal way of understanding of being grateful because if you're grateful, you're connected to order. In order for you to overcome things, it's small little things you can do to get back in order. I was at an event with a couple of millionaires,
Okay.
and one millionaire said this, and it stuck with me when I was there because I'm there networking,
Yeah.
building businesses and relationships. You got to,
Yeah.
nobody's
Yeah.
going to give me nothing. I got to get out and
Yeah.
get it because I
Yeah.
believe in this miracle. I've been to Mecca, so ain't nothing hard for me.
Yeah.
So I've been through some extraordinary things, so ain't nothing hard for me. It may not be when I want it, but I'm gonna be grateful by doing it, and I'm have a strong mindset. But this
Yeah.
is what she said. She said, "I've been a millionaire twice,
Okay.
and I've been homeless twice."
Mm.
She said, "Now I'm working my way back of being a millionaire, but I'm not gonna give you no money. I'm not gonna give you anything, but I will leave you with this.
Okay.
You have to work hard, network, believe in yourself." She said each day that she gets up, she writes 10 things that she's thankful for. That's what I do in the morning after I do Farjo. I listen to
Okay.
positive affirmations. Why am I grateful? I'm grateful for my destiny. Doesn't define my future. I'm grateful for the having a roof over my head. I'm grateful for this cup of coffee. I'm thankful that I'm able to have my my faculties and my limbs. I'm thankful just to be here to be able to thank you, to give you the glory for the day.
Mm.
Because neurosciences, if you study about neurosciences, my next book, I'll send you a copy of that too.
Okay.
Neuroscientists say that if your mind starts off with the day of being grateful, it transforms that into the miracle of the next stage of what you're trying to do in life because it attracts people that are thankful. And
Yeah.
most people are in positions that help you. They've been in the same condition that you are, and they're attracted to you already about what you do. They have already been poor. They've
Yeah.
been in it. They may not be went to that prison, but they understand the prison that they were in before they became millionaires.
Yeah.
They were homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was out in squalor positions, and their minds were saying that I'd never be able to be anything. Then they became business owners. Then they flunked that test, and then they went back to being homeless. Now they're back on the rise. So when people tell you about, they all have the same central theme.
Mm.
You, like you said, you have to believe in yourself. One,
Yeah.
you have to practice and train yourself each day how you think and why you think the way you think.
Okay.
Three, you got to understand your emotional state. So when you get to talking to people and people say things that you don't like, you don't get emotional and you
Mm.
stoop down to their level and start acting the way they act to. Because they want to be a fool don't mean you have to be one either. You have to
Yeah.
have a dignified demeanor of yourself and keep your dignity because that's the essence of who you are. But it all takes a human development. It takes training, it takes patience, it takes time, and most of all, it takes time for you to just work on yourself. Now, if you just done these little small little things that I'm asking you to do 5 to 10 minutes a day, you'll see your life start to transform into what you need to be. If
Wow.
you're afraid to go back to school, don't worry about it. Plan how to go back.
Wow.
If you can't go to read, go learn the alphabet.
Wow.
Simple stuff. No one,
Yeah.
you ain't got to worry about it. You're gonna find somebody else that don't know the alphabet, and they're gonna want to learn the alphabet too. You're gonna
Yeah.
learn somebody that's don't know more than what you know because you just decided that you just didn't want to know nothing. But if you take a step towards life, it'll transform your life into something that is great. And if I had any inspired words for you, all I would have to say to you is that your circumstances doesn't define who you are in your future.
Yeah. Exactly. We talk a lot, and I just want, I don't want to stop. I just want to listen to you because you inspire me a lot. You are just motivating me. Like I know a lot of people will be listening to this after, and they will be seeing themselves in your story, and they have to motivate themselves, like to do extra, to believe in themselves, and don't let nobody distract you to tell you that you cannot do this. Always believe in yourself that you can do something good if you want to do it. But now we talk about your purpose. I understand that your faith play a very important role to transform your life. And what does forgiveness mean to you today?
Oh, forgiveness is stuck fear. You know, is forgiveness is important,
Yeah.
but the main thing that you have to forgive is yourself.
Why?
You have to forgive yourself to understand the damage that you may have done to others. You have to
Without
consider
without regret, or do
you
you
have
have
to
to? Sorry, do you have to regret, or do you have to forgive yourself? Or like, for example, oh, I regret this thing happened to me before, or you just have to forgive yourself, or what have happened.
okay. So what I mean by forgive yourself, you have to backtrack.
Okay.
You have to ponder. You just can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna forgive myself," and tomorrow everything's gonna be okay. It
Okay.
doesn't. It's a process.
Okay.
So you have to understand your responsibility to yourself and that you uphold that responsibility when you harm other people. So you
Okay.
can go ask another person, say, Lehman, can you forgive me? I didn't mean to talk about you. I didn't mean to harm you. I didn't mean to say anything bad about your wife. I didn't mean to say anything bad about you. You can say, oh, yeah, I forgive you. And hold that thought for years. And that guy can never get anything from you again because you feel that he disrespected your family. You never forgave him, right? Because you're
Yeah.
not conscientious that you still hold that grudge. So you have to research yourself to understand what makes you tick, what makes you feel the way you feel. And then you come to the conclusion how to forgive yourself, the process of doing it. Man, I was wrong about that.
Mm.
How am I going to be able to do that? Okay, what we're going to do is now we're going to write a letter to ourselves. I'm going to write a letter to me and say, Dear Gregory, at one time I've done this and I caused a lot of harm. I can't specify everything that I've done wrong or did wrong because I can't remember everything that I have done. But from my reflections of what I've done to myself, I understand that this caused me to commit things to other people and harm other people. So now I'm going to forgive me so I can understand how to ask forgiveness from them sincerely. So conscientiously, I heal myself. So now when I go talk to somebody and say, hey, 20 years ago, man, you are already forgiven from that. They don't even let you finish the sentence.
Yeah.
They don't even let you
But
finish the sentence. Go ahead.
yeah.
Adi.
Do you believe that everybody have a second chance? Like, do you believe they should give everybody a second chance? And if you believe that, why?
Well, I believe that you have more than a second chances. I believe you have opportunity as long as you make it.
Okay.
See, so it's, opportunity will arrive, but will you be ready for that opportunity when it arrives?
Okay.
So it takes work on you first, and by you working on yourself, you have all the chances that you have, but you just can't settle for that. You can't say, "Well, I'll get another chance," because you may not, but you can always have another opportunity.
Opportunity. Yeah. Well, that's
See? So when opportunity knocks, hey, I need you to be on this show tomorrow. What are you going to do? Yeah. When that opportunity knocks, am I value? Do I have value for that? So now I have to take responsibility for it. Okay, what was on my schedule? Okay, you guys don't call me at this time. Hey, take care of that schedule for me. Let me have this time. I'm responsible for this. But I
yeah.
need you over here. No, I'm responsible for this. I gave this person my word. I'm responsible for this. Now, as soon as I get done with that, we'll get back to that. So I have to understand what my responsibility is to myself. That's a part of my forgiveness, being
Yeah.
responsible.
Wow. I mean, you talk about you write a book like Prison to Maker, and where can somebody find this book in and do you have any link or any website where somebody can find this book, because
Yeah.
I know the book will be very very interesting. Even I myself, I'll be really really interested to read that book. You know what, even when I tell my wife that, I tell my wife about you, the story, she's very interested, to know about your story. She was even asking me, what time is your interview again, because she want to she want to know the stories, because she is very interested to know everything, your life imprisonment, your journey to Mecca, your faith, and now you are a very successful businessman. You write books, you help other people, to you motivate people, you do all those kind of things,
Mhm.
so let us talk about your new book.
Okay, my new book is it's in the process of being printed. I'm doing the second edit on it right now. It's called Psychosocial Economy, and one of the things that I wrote about is that how the mind works. I talk about different concepts, right? One of
Okay.
the concepts I talk about is social alchemists. A
Okay.
social alchemist is basically what you are, but
Okay.
you just don't define yourself as social alchemist because you really haven't been able to tap into the concept of it. But a
Okay.
social alchemist is basically the concept of alchemy is that our ancestors back in Egypt was able to turn tin to gold. One of the readers, a profound writer back in the day called Napoleon Hill, he talked
Mhm.
about the alchemical conscience,
Yeah.
meaning that that mind that was at a poor state of mind was transferred from a poor state of mind into a rich state of mind. So this is the book that he calls Think and Grow Rich. So it's always dealing with the consciousness. How are you able to proceed in life? How do you perceive yourself? So a social alchemist is able to have an interview source. to with a patient or a client, and that client comes into you and he says, "Hey, Lehman, I just have all these dreams. I'm having all these problems. I can't get nowhere. My wife and them don't respect me. I don't have a job. I just don't know what to do."
Okay.
And he says, "Tell me, what can I do?" And then you sit there and you explain, "I can't tell you what to do, but I can give you some information how to change."
How to change.
Now, what you do with that information can make you or break you.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the information makes you. But the first thing we have to do is we need to identify why you feel that no one respects you.
Okay.
Why do you feel that your house is at disorder? Why do you feel this way? And then they'll explain to you, "Well, because my wife, she ain't doing this, she ain't doing that. I ain't got no job, and I don't have no education. I don't have anything." They might go at all these different reasons why they don't have something.
Yeah.
And then you get them at the stage where, okay, now we know what the problem is. Now, what is the solution?
Okay.
See, so the solution has to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It has to go back to the elementary.
Oh,
So now we have to put these problems in order for you to resolve them. They all can't be put in one pot.
no. Wow. So,
Right? So if I
is
have,
the
go ahead.
is the book out yet, or is the
No,
book
it's
ready?
in its final stages. It's
Okay.
gonna. One of the things I had a different publisher on this book. This publisher is getting ready to take the book to a German Frankfurt Press for book. They're gonna have a book fair in Frankfurt, and there's about 2 million people that come to the book fair. So they're gonna the book will be highlighted or previewed there at that
Okay.
at that at that fair, which is going to be about 2.5 million. It's called the Frankfurt Book Fair.
Wow.
And so they have filmmakers and everything there. So they're getting ready. That's where they're going to launch the book at.
Wow,
So
that's
the
good.
sales will go up high, and at the same time, people will be able to get. I'll be getting more exposure way over there in different countries because people come from all over the world to examine books.
Yeah. But are you planning to write many books in the future?
Huh?
Are you planning to write many books in the future?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna write a book about this interview.
Okay. About?
I'm gonna write about this interview.
Okay. Oh, you will write this book about this interview?
Right. Because
Wow.
the reason
That's
why is
interesting.
okay, so this interview might change my life. Somebody might see me on your interview that needs to do another interview, might want to book me, need to come to the university. They might want to buy these books. They talk to the friend in Germany, and then the friend in Germany talks to his friend in Japan. His friend in Japan talks to his friend in Canada. His friend in Canada talks to his friend in Budai. His friend in Budai talks to the dude in Qatar. The guy in Qatar talks to the guy in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I mean, it's a social networking, we connect ideas, connect, everything together.
Right. So we can't look at anything as minute. We have to look at everything as an opportunity.
Opportunity, exactly.
So, but if you don't think that way, you can't cash in on the opportunity. If you say, "Oh, that's just too small. I can't take out time to write that stuff down. I can't take it down to write all that stuff down. I can't do that stuff. That stuff is just going to be too hard for me to do." So that means that if you can't take out time to write just 3 sentences about why you think that Mike does not respect me, and then on the other line, why should she respect me?
Okay.
Right? Now you're going to find out some things about it. The reason why she doesn't respect you is because you don't respect yourself. Because you're contradictory in everything you do. You tell the kids to be quiet and don't cuss, you cuss. You tell the kids not to drink, you drink. You tell the kids to go to work, you sleep all day. You tell the kids not to beat on their wife, you slap me around. You tell the kids to do something that you don't do, so you're contradictory, you're a walking dichotomy. And that's why I don't respect you. And then when you get in front of your friends while I'm there, you act like you just love me to death. You treat me so good. You do everything, but you're a demon with me. I just love you and have kids by you. So why would I respect you? You don't respect yourself.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. Wow. But but it is difficult to write books, or this ideas just come to you, or you are just used to it, those days when you are in prison, you just
Well,
keep on writing.
well, they have AI tools now, right?
Yeah.
Like, say for instance, me and you were going to author a book.
Yeah.
You can send me a page today, and I can take it and put it in AI, and AI would edit it. I would send
Okay.
it back to you, right? And
Yeah.
then you would say, okay, this is what I want it to be. And then
Okay.
we would leave it like that, and then we'd go to the next page.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so this makes it easier for the editor because it's structured. It's still your words, but it's just structured. So it makes it quicker.
Wow.
It makes it quicker than me just writing like this and then writing it on paper, then typing it and then editing it and then typing it and then editing it, then typing it and then editing it.
Wow.
See? So the other book was quicker to do, right? So, but books, now I want you to understand this, what books do.
Yeah.
Books are more than books. Sometimes the sales of your book don't really be the way you want them to do. But
Okay.
books put you as makes you an authority. When you make a book about
Hmm?
something and people read it, all you have to do is refer them to the book.
Yeah.
And then when they read the book, they say, oh, yeah, that's an inspiring story. That makes him
Story.
authority on transformation. That makes him authority on inspiration. He can come to the prison penal system. He can come to the lawyer system. He can come to the senator floor. He's got the knowledge to be able to help us write bills to keep these guys from re-entering society, to re-entering society, become better people.
Yeah.
Has the ability to tell people about their consciousness. He has good concepts about alchemy and how to transform these metaphors where people can connect with them, where they can identify what's wrong with themselves and correct it. Because we're not trying to correct you, we're just trying to excavate and involve you into the human potential that you are. The reason why you're contradictory and why you're a dichotomy towards your wife is because you don't understand who you are. You blaming everybody about their faults, but you won't accept the responsibility for yourself. So this is what causes for you to have this, what is called schizophrenia in your mind, thinking that it's all right to beat on her and then get in front of your friends and show how much you love her. See, I love my
Yeah.
wife, I really do. But behind the scenes, I'm beating her because you don't want to let nobody know that you're doing
Know
that.
about it.
You already
Yeah.
know in the
Exactly.
back of your mind that's not the way you want to be seen or perceived.
I mean, we talk a lot, almost 2 hours. I mean, I couldn't even. I don't have much word. The feeling I could express. That thank you very much. For your time. I really appreciate your time today. I mean, I learn a lot from you tonight. I really, really learn a lesson from you. But here is what advice can you give to somebody else who is trapped by his past, and what message are you gonna give those people who are listening right now, especially young people? What message are you gonna give to us? Like how we gonna build ourselves as human being, how we gonna build ourselves through faith, belief, and peace, and hard work too. I'll be really happy to hear that advice from you.
Well, I mean, we have to understand that we can't just put everybody in the same category.
Yeah.
We just can't tell every human being that one particular thing works.
Okay.
So we can't say if you do this, you do this, you do this, this will work for you.
Okay.
So my advice can't be a pigeonhole type cookie cutter advice for the totality of humanity. It
Okay.
has to be tailored to each situation, what the person is going through.
Yeah.
Because we all have the potentiality of being great,
Yeah.
but we don't all have the same condition and the state of mind that we do.
Yeah.
Some people are multimillionaires,
Yeah.
but they have problems behind closed doors because they like messing with kids.
Yeah. Exactly.
Some people are multimillionaires, but they don't have no friends because they're introvert people. They don't know
Yeah.
how to get out and do anything. They do everything virtually. They
Yeah.
became rich by digital marketing. They don't
Yeah.
even come in contact with people. but they want to learn how to be more gregarious, so to speak. They want to be more, have more fellowship. So
Yeah.
that situation is different than telling a person that's caught up in the gang violence or in prison or um, not having the appropriate discipline to be able to do what they want to do to proceed in life. So each advice has to be made on the way the person thinks and what they're going through. So I
Yeah.
just can't give you no one word of advice, but I can give you a central theme of advice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the central theme is that everybody needs food, shelter, and water.
Yeah.
We all
Exactly.
would agree that we need that.
Yeah.
We all can agree that we want that, and at the same time, we all want to have happiness in our life. We
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah.
Now, what our conditions is and how we think is going to give us the ability to identify our defects.
Yeah.
And once you're able to identify our defects, now we can start working on ourselves to become better people.
Yeah.
So my advice to you is just to
Hmm?
understand the first step of change is the first way of how you think about yourself.
Okay. That's a very good advice. I mean, it's a honor to have you here tonight. I'm really, really happy to have you here. I'm grateful, for the beautiful, inspiring story. How you rebuild yourself, in life through all these years. You never gave up. You keep on fighting for yourself. To be where you are today. I mean, that's a very good lesson for we young people to learn from you because you have been from prison, you are out from prison, you rebuild yourself, you go back to school, you educate yourself, you find job for yourself, you get married, you still believe in yourself, things will be better, you went to Jamaica, you come back, doing all this business, everything you work in, everything by yourself, and it's a lesson for us to learn too. And I really appreciate your time and your energy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. For your time. And I wish I can have you again. Again. Because your story is never finishing story. You still have a lot. Out there, the people to listen.
But maybe you can have me back when the book is published.
Exactly. I will send you my number and we can just, take it from there. Then you can let me know when your book is public. And you can send me a link to, from where people can get your book, so I can post it on my social media, Facebook, and YouTube, so people can go and get your book from there and they can read your book too and support you, to buy the book as well. And even me, I have to do that too as my, I will really, really love because I check on Amazon, so I don't know in Sweden here how it is in Amazon, in America to order a book, but I will check it, from here tonight, to see how it is because
Mhm.
I want to read that book, I want to know more about inside book because you said a lot here, and it's a life lesson, for all of us. And thank you very much, for your time. I really, really appreciate it. I mean, I don't have much word to express my feelings I have right now. I'm really, really blessed to have you here and to join me on my podcast, to accept my invitation. Thank you very much once again.
I will send you a link, and thank you so much. The pleasure is mine. I really appreciate the opportunity, and
Yeah,
I just hope that everybody had an opportunity to gain something from it. If it's
yeah,
just one person in the world to gain something from it to change their life, I've done my duty.
yeah. Thank you. I will send you. You can send me a link of your books and everything. And I can share it too as well. I will send you the link of this, through YouTube, so you can listen to it too, and you can share it on your social media as well too, to I mean, your story is very, very, very inspiring. Really, honestly, I'm blessed, to listen to your whole story. Like, like for me to, I have to do more. I have to believe in myself. I have to motivate myself. I have to accept who I am. I have to forgive myself. I shouldn't put my mind into prison. Stop complaining about things, rather than accepting and be grateful of the little thing I have, beside me. I mean, it's a blessing, to have you tonight. A very, very big blessing for me. I mean, it's like it's a God that sent you towards me to come and give me this lesson of life to learn.
Well,
And
absolutely.
I would really love to have you back again here, to talk about,
Well,
more
I'll be
because,
there for you. You just let me know. I'll be there for you.
yeah, I will link you up.
Okay, I'll send you the link where it's easy, where it's a Google engine link, and it pops up all the information, all my videos, all my books, and
Yeah,
my website will be up next month. So I'll send you the link to my website.
yeah, yeah. You can
Okay,
send me. You can send me the link.
and so God bless, and I just send the love out to everybody. And
Yeah,
it's one thing to believe in yourself, and it's another thing to know how to.
yeah,
So I'll leave you with
exactly.
it.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, thank you. What they talking?